Now, back to today's lesson, which I was recording when the phone cut off. The very first president of the United States was named John Henson. He was a black man. Okay, this man was the president before George Washington. As a matter of fact, there were a few presidents before George Washington. Okay, they were not elective presidents. That's what makes George Washington different. Okay, George Washington was elected by the people, and by the people I mean he was cherry picked. He was the likable person. It's no different than like if you have a job and you are equipped to do the job, but your boss likes somebody else in the department. That person will get the promotion or the job. Okay, didn't mean anything other than the fact that it was a a good old boys club essentially, right? So anyway, said John Henson was elected or he was president for one full year. And I learned this from the books and things that my grandmother gave me, which, mind you, my grandmother had access to books that had true knowledge in them, books that were not in school. Now, again, my grandmother was a Portsmouth teacher. I don't know that she was a native, but she was a Portsmouth teacher. And the stuff she was teaching me was not what she was teaching her children, okay, or her students, okay. My grandmother taught at Brighton Elementary, okay, but they wasn't being taught these things. So when my daughter was younger, because you got to remember my baby was born in '08, so I call her a little Obama baby, but she was born when there was a black president, around that time. So her class was one of the first years of students that were able to say, yay, we have a black president. And then my daughter said in class, well, he's not the first black president. And the teacher, I picked her up from school, and the teacher tried to correct me by chastising and saying that Trinity needed to only repeat the information that was being taught in class. I said, no, well, then you don't want her to learn, you want her to repeat. That's not learning because she knows the truth. And the teacher was like, no. I said, okay. So the next day I came back to the school and I showed her a $2 bill and asked her who the hell this black man was on the back of this $2 bill. This woman had no idea who the hell John Henson was, nor that he was the first president of the United States. When she found out, it took her a week to sully herself and come back to me and say, I do apologize. But for the betterment of our classroom and to not confuse the other children, it'd be better if Trinity didn't say those things out loud. Okay, I'll let you help. I will have Trinity keep her intelligence to herself from now on. Thanks.